Hello. I'm back with you for another video. Today, my video is mainly for adults, young adults, people in their late 20s, early 30s, and older. Because the title today is How to Invest Emotionally in Your Children. Investing in your kids' emotional life. Yes. A lot of the time, parents usually try to provide for their children financially. You guys provide them with food, with shelter, with electronics, the things that they need to survive. And I also noticed that a lot of you provide for them spiritually by taking them to church, teach them how to pray, or you pray with them, or you get them engaged in youth activities at church. This is good, but this is not the only thing. It is also important for you to invest in their education, their social, and their emotional life. Let's look at the educational and intellect aspect of my video today. First, you put your kids to school. That's it. That's not the only thing. When you put them in school, you need to make sure they do their homework. Let's say your child is struggling with math or reading or science. Do you know that? What do? Do you call the teacher? Do you write the teacher? Do you go to the school and try to reach out and see how you can help your kids do better in that subject? And there's also tutoring. If your child is lacking in a subject, you can find a tutor. I know sometimes it's costly, but this is for the good of your kids. You need to take your kids to library. They can get books to enrich their vocabulary. That will help them in the long run. You need to identify the interests, the talents, the skills of your children. One way you could do that is by putting them in different activities, such as sports. They can play basketball, football, softball, soccer, karate. You can put them in music lessons to learn how to play piano, drums, guitar. And some kids are very good in debate. When you identify that, you put them in a debate club at school, a drama club at school. And if they like to draw, you need to buy them a sketchbook or find art lessons for them. You need to boost them with what they are already good at. And the other thing is to teach them values, family values, moral values. You need to teach your kids how to be responsible. You need to encourage them to become independent. Let's look at the social aspect. You need to spend time with your kids. By spending time with your kids, you're teaching them how to interact with other people. You need to have family time. Family time is one key to connecting you, to create that bond with your children. You can take them places such as movies. Let's say your child play basketball at his or her school. You gotta go to the game once. You cannot just put them in basketball and you don't even go to one game. You put them in piano lesson. You need to go to a concert once. You need to watch and listen to your kids playing. You need to interact with your kids. Like I said, you play with them. You need to teach them social skills, how to hold a conversation, what to look for in a friend, and what is a friend, how to treat their friends, what to expect in a friendship. It's all your job. It's your job. Now, the most important thing that I wanted to get to is being part of your kids' emotional life. How do I take part in my children's emotional life? The first thing we're going to talk about, you need to talk to them. By talking to them, you can learn from them. You can get to know who they are. You need to listen to them. You need to help them, show them how to express their feelings. It's important that they know how to express their feelings so they don't keep it bottled up inside, because that will eat them alive. And one day they are going to explode. And it's not going to look good when they explode. You need to help boost or elevate your children's self-esteem by sending positive messages to them. You need to create that connection. You need to be available for them emotionally. Your children need to feel like they can talk to you about anything. You need to show them and tell them that you love them. You need to praise them and you need to encourage them. You need to be their cheerleader. You need to teach your kids how to cultivate intimacy, how to give affection. You already having that, having them kissing you, that's in different culture. We do that. You hug your kids, you give them a pat on the back, you shake their hands. You need to get involved in their life. You need to ask them questions. You need to ask them, what are they scared of? What worries them more? What do they need from you as a parent? What makes them sad? What makes them angry? What makes them happy? What are their dreams? This is also important. In life, your family is supposed to be your priority, which means to stand against a culture, a system that believes in material stuff. That alone requires a lot of sacrifices just to provide a normal life for your kids. When you give your children that emotional security, that emotional stability, that's where they will draw from for the rest of their lives. If you never had time for your children, you didn't support them, you weren't there for them emotionally, you didn't encourage them, you let the electronics do the job, you let the electronic replace you as parents, you contribute in their delinquency, you contribute in their failures. But you must remember, their success was built on your courage. Their success was built on your effort. Their success was built on your support. Their success was built on your understanding. And it was also built on your assistance, on your love. Then you must be a proud parent. You are a proud parent because your child is successful. Keep watching. I have more video coming for you next week. This is Miss Mo.